Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
The storm that's brushing us tonight is really no big deal, low impact. But what's coming in on Saturday looks like it's going to have much higher impact, possible travel trouble. I'll have a complete forecast straight ahead.
All right, Paul, but we begin with staggering COVID numbers across the U.S., including here at home, where the state is reporting its highest daily number of cases since the start of the pandemic. 25,858 new cases over the past 2 days, which is an average of about 13,000 a day, shattering our previous high that was set in November 2020. Larry Spruill is live at Henry Ford Hospital tonight, where medical leaders are warning that those numbers could still go higher. Larry.
Good evening, Jason, and that's what they are expecting. They say more than likely those numbers will go up, and now is not the time to relax.
There are two problems right now. First, the number of cases has gone up, likely as a result of Omicron and being more contagious in an unvaccinated population. But frankly, because the numbers are going up, the number of sick people is going up in a proportionate fashion.
Local 4's medical expert, Dr. Frank McGeorge, is dissecting the latest COVID numbers released from the Michigan Department of Health.
The fact is, the reporting over the recent holiday was low. On top of that, in the hospital, I know I have seen tons and tons of COVID. Our hospital numbers are outrageously off the charts. And so it was really just a matter of playing catch up.
And Dr. McGeorge says the data is proving just that. And you can see for yourself, Michigan's health department is reporting record-breaking numbers of new coronavirus cases. These numbers are from the past 2 days. So far, over 25,000 confirmed COVID-19 cases here in the state of Michigan. That's almost 13,000 per day.
The numbers that we're seeing today are just catching up with what we know has been going on over the last couple of weeks.
Dr. McGeorge says although these numbers are not good, medical experts are expecting things to get worse, especially after the holidays.
The case increase that we're seeing today is likely just the start of a consistent increase that's going to occur not only as a result of the Christmas holiday, but ultimately the New Year gatherings. So I would expect this to be a sustained rise well into January.
Now, health leaders say they may sound like a broken record, but the only way to beat this pandemic is to get vaccinated, wash your hands frequently, and to wear a mask. We're live at Henry Ford Hospital tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
Also, the CDC may have come out with new COVID isolation and quarantine guidelines, cutting the time in half that you need to stay away from others. But the state health department is not yet on board with that. Our Mara McDonald live in Corktown as the state releases its guidance tonight. Mara?
Jace, that's right. We're in a situation where the state says it needs to see more data, and it wants to review the decision-making process the CDC used before it's going to get on board, and it is recommending tonight for everybody in Michigan to still adopt its more stringent guidelines. Let me show you. On a day when the entire state of Michigan is under massive community spread from COVID, disagreement between federal and state health officials on exactly what you should do.
It really had a lot to do with what we thought people would be able to tolerate. If we can get them to isolate, we do want to make sure that they're isolating in those first 5 days when they're maximally infectious.
Per the new CDC guidance, if you test positive for COVID, you can leave isolation after 5 days if symptoms are gone or better, as long as you wear a mask for 5 more days. Now, if you're exposed but not positive and you're vaccinated and boosted, the CDC now says you can remain out and about as long as you're masked. If you're not vaxxed, you can go out after 5 days as long as you're masked.
There is the danger that there will be so many people who are being isolated, who are asymptomatic for the full 10 days, that you could have a major negative impact on our ability to keep society running.
Tonight, the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services says it needs to review the CDC's updated guidance and see some data. And until that happens, they want us to stick to the state's original guidelines, which is 10 days in isolation. Back here live, the key word in all of this is guidance. This is guidance from the CDC. It's guidance from the state that school districts and counties use to make their own decisions. It is guidance. It is not binding, which means that essentially anybody in the state can decide whose guidance to follow at this point. We're live in Corktown. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
And
Jason,
we know they most
back to
certainly
you.
will. Yes, Mara, apologize there. Thanks, Mara. Turning to the forecast now with Paul, tracking flurries overnight. And Paul, what are we looking like for the morning commute here?
Yeah, hey, buddy, we're looking okay, I think. We have, well, Storm Tracker 4 showing what looks like some snow in the area, but this stuff is not even reaching the ground. In fact, I have checked every single airport here in southern Michigan, and there is not one that's reporting even a flake. Now, back down to the southwest, we do have some snow there, but again, here in our part of the state, there is nothing that is falling and reaching the ground, and in fact, it's not clear here. I explained this earlier. The automated reporting station has an instrument that measures the base of the clouds. It's called a ceilometer, and it cannot see clouds above 12,000 feet. So it actually, at City Airport, the instrument thinks it's clear, but it's just that the clouds are higher than 12,000 feet. But back to the west, you can see we are getting a few little snowfall reports, but I checked these airports, and these are just flurries here, and then there's just some rain down to the south here. So a lot of these reporting stations are not reporting snow despite what you just saw there. So tomorrow, as Jason was asking about the morning rush hour, I don't think we're going to have any problems. Again, some of us could get a very small little dusting tonight, but I don't even think most of us are going to see that. And we'll see temps probably right around or a little below freezing, so watch out for a few icy patches. But generally, a cloudy day with high temperatures above freezing in the upper 30s. But we do have some potential travel trouble to talk about on Saturday. I'll be back to do that in just a few minutes, Jason.
We'll be here, Paul. See you then. State police are investigating a fiery crash on Belle Isle. Crews were seen tonight clearing the scene after this crash. Police say a man was speeding without his headlights on when he crashed into a statue and the vehicle caught fire. The driver was unresponsive when officers pulled him out of his car and performed CPR. We have no word at this hour on his condition. An Ypsilanti man is accused of leading police on a dangerous chase after allegedly stealing a school bus from a high school in Monroe. We brought you this last night. Now we have a look at the guy police say was behind the wheel. It was 52-year-old Larry Casaru that they say stole the bus yesterday from St. Mary's Catholic Central High School. We're told he sped off when deputies spotted the bus near Summerfield and Teal Roads. Casaru was arrested after he refused to let deputies inside the bus. Well, the Michigan Wolverines have a chance to do something very special this Friday night. After starting the year unranked, the football team has a chance now to play for a national championship. But to do it, they first have to get by a Georgia team that was ranked #1 for most of the season. Jamie Edmonds here with a breakdown of this matchup that kicks off at 7:30 New Year's Eve night.
I'm excited. This is going to be a good one.
Should be.
This should be really good. Many are calling this Orange Bowl matchup strength versus strength. That Georgia defense, the Michigan offensive line, those Michigan pass rushers, then the Dogs offensive line that was also a finalist for the award the Wolverines won. Now, this is the Wolverines practice under the lights last night in Fort Lauderdale. A few days ago, Josh Gaddis called that Michigan offensive line the heartbeat of the team. They have a big test against Georgia, obviously. On the other side, Alabama pressured Georgia QB Stetson Benson in the SEC championship game. Can Aiden Hutchinson and David Ojabo do the same?
Do what we do and really just not do anything special. You know, we're a very talented defense. We got a lot of good players. So, you know, if we go out there and just do our job, I think we can have a lot of success.
You know, our offensive line embraces challenges like this. They want these opportunities. It's what you come to college to go play against is the best in the country.
Our goal is simple. You know, we know it works. We know how to play Michigan football. And, you know, I think that it's important to continue playing what's best for us and, you know, not tailor it too much to the team we're playing.
You see that shirt Vastardis is wearing, Michigan versus everybody? Well, both sides saying they want to match up with the best and see how it comes out after that, see what they're made of. We'll have much more coming up in sports.
I really like when you say strength versus strength. I always like that. Great defenses versus great offenses, you know, back and forth. Oh, It's just me talking to myself here. Sorry, Jamie. Yes, we will see about that. Gotcha. The reason it's just me is because we don't care about the little crosstalk there. We just want to get to the Powerball numbers tonight. Tickets out, people. Let's get them out and get them breathing. Tonight's jackpot is worth $441 million. And somebody, we hope, is about to quit their job. The winning numbers 2, 6, 9er, 33, 39, and 11 is the red ball. Power play number is 2. Hopefully that checks all the boxes for somebody out there. I don't hear any screaming from the newsroom, so it appears it's nowhere near this area.